Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance. Well, hello everyone. My name is Robin J. Emden, and I am the creator and author of the Get Resultsology system and a dedicated accountability coach. My mission is to empower solopreneurs to unlock their true potential, boost their income, and achieve extraordinary success by maximizing productivity, streamlining their businesses, and aligning their goals with their authentic vision and purpose. So, if you're ready to turn ambition into action and transform your goals into reality, then you're in exactly the right place. And speaking of being in exactly the right place, today's guest is Trish Springsteen. Now, Trish is Australia's leading expert in empowering introverts, a multi-award-winning speaker, mentor, best-selling author, and host of Get Known, Be Seen Web TV. Trish is known for helping entrepreneurs, leaders, and professionals transform fear into confidence through the power of speaking. With a background in training, mentoring, and presenting on national and international stages, Trish is passionate about making communication a superpower for those who've always felt like the quiet ones. Trish, welcome to Goalbusters.
Hi, Robin. I'm absolutely delighted to be here.
I'm absolutely delighted you're here too. And speaking of which, whereabouts is here for you?
Here is Queensland, Australia,
Oh,
just north of Brisbane.
fantastic. I didn't know whereabouts you were in Australia, but we did establish that we're at completely the opposite ends of the day and almost completely the opposite ends of the world. Well, that goes without standing reason, really. So, so it's very kind of you to do this. It's evening for you. It's morning for me. So I shall have a coffee and you can just sit and stare and be jealous because you can't have one at this time of night. All right. That's me being silly. Shall we start the questions?
Oh, please do.
Yes, let's get myself out of the way and let's listen to you because enough of me. Okay, here we go. There it goes. All right. So first, let's talk about what you do, please, Trish. Who is your ideal client?
My ideal client is someone who's in business, who's in a startup business, or maybe has been in business for about 3 years and has hit a block. And what I do is I help them give their brand a voice, help them have the confidence and self-belief to step up, speak, share their message, their book, their advocacy, their business, whatever it is, and be able to do that so their clients can easily find them.
Excellent. Thank you. That's very clear. So obviously you've alluded to that in the next question, the answer to the next question, but maybe you could delve a little bit deeper into the problems that you solve.
Problems. The problem is that a lot of people start a business, they get their website up, they get their branding, they've got their logo, they have all of that, but they forget one little thing, and that is the like, knowing, and trusting, which means people want to know who the person is behind the brand. And so a lot of people run into a block. They're not sure how to get up and share that. They're not sure how to construct it. They may have a fear of speaking. There may be a fear of, well, I don't want to get out there and let people see who I am or shine too much, because if they do, they may discover that I don't know everything, or my peers might be out there making, comments about it. So all of those things are a blockage. They're limiting beliefs that stop people from really sharing who they are and what they're there for.
Excellent. Thank you. And okay, that's great. That's very clear. So what is one valuable free action that the audience can implement that will help them to move towards solving these problems?
The first thing that I would say is to take a deep breath and what I call 60 seconds of insane courage. It's 20 seconds to acknowledge, okay, there is a fear. I'm not sure what I'm doing. 20 seconds to change that to a positive. I am good. I have a message. I want to get out there and I can find someone to help me, or I'm ready to start. And then 20 seconds to smile. Just smile and say yes to opportunities and get up and share your message.
Yeah, perfect. That's really powerful, actually. I like that very much. I might have to steal that. All right. So now that we have a much better understanding, well, a little bit better understanding of what you do, I'm sure we have to find out more about you before we have a much better one. Let's dive into goal busting, focusing on how to maximize productive time to achieve your business goals. Could you share any tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits, please, Trish?
Well, one of the biggest things that impacts productivity in a business, whether it's a small online or a larger corporation, is miscommunication. When you're not sure that you're getting your words across correctly in giving instructions to your clients, to third parties, or instructions to a team, it causes problems in productivity. Miscommunication causes loss of credibility, it's loss of time, it's loss of money, and it's definitely loss of productivity in having to go back and repeat your instructions or to clarify what it is you want your team or what it is you want your clients or what it is you want to do.
Yeah, and the other point about that, of course, is and to clear up any mess that's been created because somebody or you got it completely wrong.
Yep. Yep. And
Yeah,
that's where the credibility loss comes in. Takes a while to get credibility. You can lose it very fast.
absolutely. Yeah, great. I love that. Thank you. So, one final question then. What should I have asked you today, Trish, that I didn't? And your answer, please.
So I didn't quite get that one. What was that?
Yes, certainly. I'll ask you again. What should I have asked you today that I didn't? And your answer, please.
Oh, there are so many things you could have asked me, Robin. Uh, I guess one of the things that I'd like to talk about is one of the limiting for beliefs for people to talk about their business, to talk about themselves, is that little imposter syndrome. Those little negative voices that say, I'm not good enough. I can't speak. I shouldn't even have a business, or my competition is better than I am. Imposter syndrome, how to overcome that? First, belief in yourself. When you believe in yourself, in other words, take a deep dive, know who you are, know what you're great at, what you're not so good at, accept all the bits of you. It's a solid foundation that doesn't allow imposter syndrome to take, to take hold of you. When you've got that, the next thing is to understand that you never perceive yourselves as others do. So when you hear that negative voice that says, I'm not good enough, and believe me, people, 70% the statistics say have imposter syndrome, and probably more like 85%. So everybody has it. So realize you're not alone. And the second thing is go and look at if you've ever won an award, been nominated for an award, accepted an award, be a finalist, that's third party credibility. Then go and look at the testimonials that you have. People wouldn't have given you testimonials and said, wow, you helped me, if they didn't believe in what you were doing. So when you go and look at those, that tells you, hey, I am good at what I am. I'm awesome at what I do. And you can then say no to imposter syndrome and just accept that imposter syndrome may come just out of the field, even when you've been working or in a business for years, even when you work on yourself. Like for myself, I've been working really hard and I believe in myself. I know what I'm doing. But every now and then you might hit a wall, you might hit a challenge. And it's when you're a little bit down that imposter syndrome comes in. And that limits your belief. It stops you from taking risks. It stops you from taking those journeys in your business. It stops you from being and fulfilling the potential you have. So say no to imposter syndrome. Remember, you're not alone. Third-party credibility, testimonials, all of those go to saying, hey, you are good enough, and accept that.
That's fantastic. Thank you. And it ties in very beautifully, I think, with your specialty, I know, is in empowering introverts. That's how I introduced you. That's how I know these things.
Yeah.
And I love speaking to people who do what I call, for lack of a better term, introvert marketing, because there are so many extrovert marketers out there. And of course, by definition, because they're very much in your face with their marketing, you get the illusion that, oh, that's the only way to market. It's not true at all. You can be you can be very congruent with who you are and not lose your identity as someone who's naturally introvert. Am I right about that?
Absolutely. I when I first started a long time ago in the Jurassic period, was an introvert and extremely shy. I'm still an introvert, but not quite so shy. And an introvert doesn't mean shy. It just means you harness your energy differently to an extrovert. So, hey, if I can get up and speak, be on a podcast, have a business, write books, then you too can do that. It's just a matter of believing in who you are.
Yes, and I've got to say, in complete agreement with you, I've met as many introvert marketers as I've met extrovert marketers. But again, when I'm surfing through the social media feeds and the advertising, it's always the extroverts that are in your face. But that doesn't mean the introverts are not successful. Far, far from it. And fair play to them. And okay, so that's brilliant. So the next final question, which is not one of our 5, but it is part of our podcast, which is how can people reach you, Trish? And also, is there like a valuable free resource they could get from you as well, which I always think is a great way for people to connect with your technology and find out a little bit more about what you do?
Awesome, awesome. Actually, you'll see here above there is my website, so you can go there. Otherwise, just go to Facebook or LinkedIn and just type in Trish Springsteen and look for the purple lady. I'm everywhere, and you'll be able to connect with me. Love to have a conversation with you and connect. And if you would like to I've got a free copy for you of 10 free tips to improve your presentation. So this covers how to do your purpose, people, place, preparation, all the things you need to put together a presentation to showcase your message. And you can get that at, it's bit.ly/3YEDIRD. But I'm sure we're going to put the link below there, so you'll be able to get it.
Absolutely. You've said it out loud for our podcast listeners. And just to be clear, that's trishspringsteen.com is your main website. Again, for our podcast listeners, all of the links will be put in the accompanying text with this. And for people on YouTube watching the video, then I put the bit.ly address on there as well. So you shouldn't have any problem finding that connection. Trish, that's been wonderful. So kind of you to do this, and a very interesting. I love hearing from people like you who do open up the whole idea of marketing is for everybody. It's not something to be afraid of. There is, I suppose what I'm looking for, the phrase I'm looking for is there's natural marketing. There's natural ways of marketing that anybody can do. They've just got to find out what they're good at.
Absolutely. It's for everybody. In fact, just a little secret. Introverts make very good speakers. You wouldn't realize it. That's because they want to get up there, get it done, and go away.
Absolutely.
Whereas extrovert gets up there and has so much to share that they don't want to leave.
And I'm going to let you have the last word on that because I completely agree with you. And I think that's a perfect way to end our podcast. So Trish Springsteen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for doing this today.
Thank you so much for the chance to be here.
You're very welcome. So, and remember, please keep goal busting, make your future self proud, and bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate and review it on your favourite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.